This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good afternoon, Rabbi. Parshas Matos Maseh. The Gemara tells us in Masech the Brachos on Daf Ches, on the bottom, going on to Ches Amabez. Amar Rav Huna bar Yehuda, Amar Rabbi Yami. La'olam yashlam adam parshios v'matzibor. A person should always complete his parshios with the tzibor. Shnayim mikra v'yachad targum. Once Chumash and twice targum. Right? It's the mitzvah of being Maaver Sedra. A person should always be mashlam his parshios with the tzibor.
Twice targum.
Va'afilu ataros v'divain. Even the words ataros v'divain, which are names of cities in this week's Parsha, Maaver HaYarden. Shekal HaMashlam, Parshios v'matzibor. Anyone who completes his Parshios with the tzibor, ma'arichin lo yamav v'shnoisav. They make his days and years longer. Right? The Mepharshim even ask, well, what if you have a bad life and you don't want to live a long life? Right? So it says not only does it improve the quantity, but the quality also. Okay. So the question is, why does the Gemara have to specify even ataros v'divain? You should be mashlim parshios v'matzibor, not only the regular parsha, but even the two words ataros v'divain. So Rashi says, well, ataros v'divain, which are cities Maaver HaYarden, don't have any targum. So you would think, if the targum of ataros v'divain is ataros v'divain, so what's the point in saying it? You're not adding any elucidation, any explanation. And the Gemara comes and says, no, you have to say the targum on ataros v'divain, even though it's not a targum, it's just the same words. So the first ask on Rashi, well, if the chiddush of ataros v'divain is that even though there's no targum, you still have to say it, so why say afilu ataros v'divain? Say even Ruvain v'Shimon. You have to be Maaver Sedra, Shnayim Mikra, twice the Chumash v'yachad targum, once the targum. And not only do you have to say the psukim, but even the names Ruvain and Shimon, you have to say Ruvain v'Shimon. In fact, Tosfos says that would be better because ataros v'divain at least has targum Yushalmi. Ruvain v'Shimon doesn't even have targum Yushalmi. So Rav Huna explains this in Mamish in an unbelievable way, and he bases it on a Gra. And the Gra says the following: in this world, there are three areas. You have mitzvah, you shake your lulav and esrog, you learn Torah, you daven, it's a mitzvah. You have averos, lashon hara, so forth, and you have what we call divrei rishos: eating, drinking, sleeping. There's no specific mitzvah you have to eat. There's no specific avera to eat. But if you eat, you drink, l'shem shamayim, you're able to bring over from divrei rishos and make it a dvar mitzvah, right? B'chol derachecha de'ehu. This area of divrei rishos, this is the area we could take from, and we could sanctify. We could be moisef al ha-kodesh, moisef al me-kodesh alacha. Right? So these are the three areas. You have kedusha, you have tumah, or you have mitzvah, you have an avera, and you have rishos. Now the main place to add onto kedusha is at the borders, at the boundary. For example, let's talk about in zman, in time. You have Shabbos, Shabbos is holy. You have weekdays, weekdays are chol. And then you have something called Tosfos Shabbos. You want to add on to Shabbos. Where do you add on to Shabbos? You say, oh, I like to come to the Shiur Wednesday night, so I'm going to make Wednesday night Shabbos. You can't make Wednesday night Shabbos. I like to come learn in the Kaila Wednesday morning. Can't make it Shabbos. What could you make Shabbos? From the border, near Shabbos, from Plaga Mincha, Shabbos time, you could extend the Shabbos on the B'chnisasai U'B'tziasai. That's in Zman. How about in Makayim? You have Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael has Kedusha. You have Chutz La'aretz. Chutz La'aretz doesn't have Kedusha. Then you have Maaver HaYarden. Maaver HaYarden, you could extend Kedusha as Eretz Yisrael. Al Yedei Kibush to Maaver HaYarden. You can't say, well, I like Borough Park, so I'm going to make Borough Park have Kedusha. No. I like William, I like Queens. Only the borders. Thank you. Or Muncie. You can't. As much as we love Muncie, we have a lot of viewers from Muncie, only Maaver HaYarden. You can only extend the Kedusha over the borders. So we have in Zman, you could extend the time borders. In Makayim, you could extend the place borders. For example, Maaver HaYarden, Ataros v'Divain. These are border cities. Or in language, you have Lashon HaKodesh has Kedusha. English doesn't have Kedusha. Let's say a person says, well, I want to extend Kedushas Lashon HaKodesh to English. Sorry, sir. I want to extend Kedushas Lashon HaKodesh to Persian. Sorry. But then there's a medium in-between language. It's called Aramaic, Aramis. Aramis is close enough to Lashon HaKodesh that you could extend Kedushas HaLashon to Aramaic. That's the purpose of being Shnai Mikra, V'yechad Targum. You take the Kedusha of Lashon HaKodesh and you extend it to Aramaic. The same way we have Tosfos Shabbos, we extend Kedusha Shabbos to the time before and time after. The same way we have Kedusha Eretz Yisrael, we extend Le'ever HaYarden. You have Kedusha Lashon HaKodesh to Aramaic. Says Rabbi. Here's a guy, he's being Maaver Sedra. And he gets up to the cities of Ataras V'Divain. So the guy says to himself, why should I be Maaver Sedra and extend the Kedusha of Lashon HaKodesh to the Targum of Ataras V'Divain? I don't have to extend the Kedusha to these cities through my language, because the Kedusha of these cities have already been extended through Makayim. Their Kedusha has already been extended because they're the cities in the Ever LaYarden. So the Kedusha of Eretz Yisrael has already been extended to them. So why do I have to extend the Kedusha by being Maaver Sedra and extending the Kedusha of Lashon HaKodesh to Kedushas Aramaic? So a person might think he's exempt from being Maaver Sedra on those words. Because the purpose of being Maaver Sedra is to be Moisef, make Kodesh, right? Mechol ala Kodesh. The purpose of being Maaver Sedra is to take the area in between and to sanctify it. So that area of Ataras V'Divan has already been brought over. So for those words, I don't have to be Maaver Sedra. So the Chiddush is no. Whenever you could extend it in Makam, you extend it in Makam. Whenever you could extend it in Zman, you should extend it in Zman. Whenever you extend it in Lashon, you should extend it in Lashon. But the lesson of Maaver Sedra is to try to take as much of the time that we call Divrei Rishus, leisure time we're not doing a mitzvah, we're not doing an avera, try to chaperein, try to grab a hold of it and bring it over to the Tzad HaKedusha. And in this way, we learn the lesson of being Maaver Sedra. We learn the lesson of the cities of Ataras V'Divain. Rabbi, I wish you all a wonderful Shabbat.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.